6.1 drawing part 4. So we're into wet media. Ink provides permanence. And it is predominantly, like we're saying, it was invented in China. China, Japan, Korea, they end up East Asian. That's East Asian. Southeast Asian is like Cambodia, India, and Thailand. So East Asian would be China, Japan, Korea, like I just said. They had a real long tradition of using ink. Ink drawing is really important to them because of the calligraphic language, written language that they have, various different languages. So that's what they use, and it's really important that you have precision and ability with this. So they have different kinds of bamboo brushes, and I use these a lot even now today. They're fantastic, and so do East Asian artists. So they control the value, meaning the color, the depth of the black, by diluting the ink with water. So they're called washes. In this particular one, we barely see any difference. There's a little bit lighter wash here, but you get these beautiful black bamboo leaves, perfect match of medium to image. Those brush strokes just come out just exactly looking correct. Probably one little whoop might be like a little smidgy off there, but the brush makes gorgeous bamboo leaves. Some writing there so we understand some of the importance of the calligraphy. So this is ink on paper. So it has controlled and loose free brush strokes. It reflects the Taoists believe in balanced opposites and achieves different value by adding water to create a wash. When we get into this next one, you're going to see more detail, Claude Lorrain, and more values. So you see how dark that is there, medium there, very light right there. So that's got a brown wash. Now this is probably brown ink is likely what it is. And so there's a lot of washes going on here. But look how watery and beautiful it looks. So thoughtful brush strokes are going to give us a great expanse of the Italian countryside, sense of depth with the values, and we're creating darker values in the foreground. Remember that? Wet media with the quill and pen, and we're still talking about ink, okay? We're just changing our technique and our equipment here, our tool. So the quill, the shaft of the bird's feather or hollow reed, it's carved to a point to apply the ink. So this is more, how do you want to say, more pointed or drawing-like. Van Gogh is our example here. Oh, isn't this yummy? Isn't that wild how he can still maintain his personality in those brush strokes with a more of a pointed quill pen? These may be brushes down here, but I don't think they are. This is smaller, about the size of a regular piece of paper that we're carrying around. And I think that it looks like larger brush strokes, but I think he's achieving all this with a couple different size quill pens here. But look at all these different textures and different like dots and then lines. Oh, it's just so fantastic. But we get all these bigger areas, different values. So he's creating his usual sort of a style looking very emotional brush strokes and a lot of contour directional line here. So he's controlling the width and the direction. And paper is going to be, hopefully I can get through the rest of this. So the invention of paper, drawings were made on papyrus, cloth, wood, and animal hide. Parchments were really important for like a degree you would be handed, like a PhD. Even like 50 years ago, people would get a parchment and it would be written on as animal hide and it would be a parchment and it would be written on with ink. So paper's invented around the 1st century and he manufactured it from plant fibers. People think it's trees, but it's not really. So this is a work from Japan about paper making. And in many cases, and I know this sounds it is simplified. A lot of things were invented in Japan. The Chinese were very good at inventing things, and the Japanese would refine them. And Japan is an island, you have to remember that, and it's kind of isolated, so it kind of creates its own world with things, but it does interact with China periodically. So the idea of paper making was sort of taken to another level. Paper itself in Japanese culture is an art form. I don't know how to explain that in this chapter very well, or really even in this book, but you can look that up if you like.